This is a little
different intro to the podcast. Before we get to the podcast, we're starting a segment of making drinks with Pepe.
Making drinks with Pepe.
With Don Pepe.
Only because we toast to life, but we never toast. Exactly. So I figured let's switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, so if you're 21 and over, follow the recipe. And if you're not 21 and over, don't use what we use. Well, one certain ingredient, right?
Yeah.
That's it. It's
of course.
it. But Pepe, what are we making, dog?
We're gonna make a simple paloma, dude. Palomas, go-tos.
Go-tos.
You can't go wrong. Except we're not using squirt today. We're gonna use actual grapefruit juice.
This is disclosure. This will spend about the last hour squeezing all the grapefruit, the lemon. Este güey se pasó de verga.
You won't be compensated.
No, I'm gonna send an invoice. I'm gonna send an invoice. Like
the LLC's not paying this one.
Where I'm not sending an invoice.
All right, what are we doing? So we got the garnishes. Man, look at this.
We got the garnishes.
Look at this. Bam.
We got. Go for it.
La salita. Aquí está la sal.
La salecita. A little agave syrup. For the rim. You already know.
Pal rim.
We got that freshly squeezed grapefruit juice that I spent like 20 minutes. We don't like.
Look at the forearm.
It was like 20.
Look at this shit right.
Nah, let's hide that. That's extra. And then we got about 4 ounces of fresh lime juice.
Damn.
And we got a little bit more of the agave syrup on the side because we like it a little bit sweet.
All right.
All
right, what's first, dog?
You're gonna mix it.
All right, what's first?
I'm gonna tell you what to mix. Get the grapefruit juice. Take off the lid. It's not that hard. Wow, you can tell you don't know no jug. Next, pour in the 4 ounces.
Into this?
Yeah, into that. I measured it out. It's 4 ounces. You can pour the whole thing in. The magic of television.
Oh,
the magic of television.
Look at that. Okay, bam.
All right. So next we got the 21 and over. If you're 21 and over, go ahead and add it.
This is all water.
Go for it.
This is how you know it's brand new. Look at this.
I mean, I had to buy a new bottle, right? New segment, new bottle. Oh, he fancy.
Whoever's gonna clean the house is gonna clean the house.
It's okay. So do 8 ounces. So a cup.
Oh, 8 ounces.
Measure it out. It has a number. That's crazy.
That's insane, bro.
16 ounces.
That's about 4 shots. No, that's about 4 shots. That's gonna make 4 servings.
All right.
That's gonna make 4 servings, give or take.
Bam.
He added more. He added more than the 8 ounces. He likes it extra boozy. Damn, all right. So the base is pretty much set, right? We're pretty much set.
Okay.
Now you're gonna make it look aesthetic for the aesthetic people, right? Get your glass.
Got him?
Dip it into the syrup.
Whoa! Bam. And la
salecita.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's nice.
Someone zoom in on this real quick.
I think you should be a bartender. If the podcasting thing doesn't work out, we could always be bartenders.
So, all right, what's next?
What's next? Ice. We're gonna tap it with ice. Jose, cameraman, can you please pass us these cups? Can you pass us these cups? Oh. We got to prep.
Oh, magic hand? Magic hand?
Magic hand.
Bam. Got it.
All right, so now you're just gonna go ahead and do about 3/4 of the way. I'll do that part. You're gonna put it up about 3/4 of the way. Right?
Bam.
And then where's the Topo Chico?
Oh.
Your mineral water doesn't have to be Topo Chico. It can be
any mineral water of your choice. Bam.
That happened. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, Toast to Life has the budget. They have the budget. We'll hire a maid. You're gonna clean. And then just top it off. All right.
Bam. Okay.
Now garnish it whatever way you want. I would do the grapefruit, but it's up to you.
Yeah. Look at this. Whoa.
Whoa.
That's about it?
You know what? It's pretty much done, but you know what?
We're gonna add another one. Look at this.
Oh, this was just being extra right now. He wants it extra aesthetic.
Bougie.
Hold up. I need my drink. Let me make mine. Thank you.
Magic hand. Thank you. There it is.
We're just gonna do the same 3/4 of the way. Top Top it off.
Bam.
Hey, can you garnish mindful? Make it look pretty, yeah?
Look at this. No one opened the door for JackJack yet because she's fashionably late.
I mean, hey, shops are Uda, right?
Look at this. Bam.
Damn, it looks super aesthetic, dude.
Salucita de la buena.
Salucita. So now we're just gonna cheers, dude. Cheers. And toast to life.
And now into the podcast, baby.
Let's go.
Now, after drink making, now we're on the podcast.
Now we're on the podcast.
That's it. Most organic podcast out there, baby.
We love to hear it.
It feels good to be back in the studio.
It does.
It feels nice, honestly.
Yeah.
Look, it's
I
been a
missed
while.
it.
Dude.
It's been what?
It's
Like
been
a
a while.
month?
Has it? Time
3
flies
weeks?
when you're
3
having fun.
weeks to a month, right? Minimum.
3 weeks to about a month.
Yeah.
What have you been doing?
Just living life.
Don't you feel like sometimes you haven't done anything, but
Yeah.
like time flies and you've done a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jose, I'm gonna ruin your piece, but you mind if
Yeah, I
the
got
phone
you.
over there?
My phone?
My phone?
Oh.
Because I'm forgetting
Oh,
our TikTok
bro.
Live family, and I'm so sorry.
I was like, what?
When you realize things.
Disturbing the
Please
peace.
step out. Please step out for now.
Damn, we need somebody to sit in that seat.
Yeah,
I
we do.
know. Bam. So we're on. So everybody that's watching and been on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, man, we appreciate y'all. Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
Talk Live is my favorite.
We again, it's been a cool little minute. It's been a little while, but it always feels good to take a small little break, little breather. You know, get in tune with, and not even in tune. Catch up with your family, your friends, your loved ones, your dogs, your cats.
Whatever you got.
Whatever you got.
Whatever you got.
The fucking roaches in your house. Algo.
No, not with pest control.
JLV Pest Control. You know, man. Make sure
Roaches where?
We don't know them.
I don't know them.
Yeah, Vance, you have spiders, we can fight them.
ATTL.
Nada más.
Just use code ATTL for no discount.
ATTL for 5% off. 5%
Plus
off at
5% on
least.
top.
Nomás para que caigan bien.
ATTL tax.
We charge a premium.
Recharge.
I'm gonna be very honest, and this is why I keep trying to emphasize people that have businesses, people that have a clothing brand, a storefront, or some sort of business. Post content so people know you exist. Post content so people know you exist. For the longest time, I felt like, oh, you know what? I don't think people are gonna like even notice pest control. I don't think it's kind of like it's its own entity.
Yeah.
But then I started doing content. I started posting. I started like even tagging like from my page to my dad's, and we've been getting clients.
Love to see it.
And shout out to the dude from Long Beach, but called Spiders or whatever, and then we did the service. Boom, left. Day later, he was like, "Yo, bro, thank you for coming. By any chance, do you have a podcast?" And I'm like,
Stop.
he's
No, he
famous.
did. He went there.
He's famous.
I'm like,
This guy's just like, they recognize me
discount.
everywhere, my guys. It's so hard to be me, guys. You can't go anywhere. I can't even work.
Can't be that. But I was like, honestly, I was like, yeah, bro, it's us. He was like, damn, bro. He's like, yeah, it's crazy. My girl's the one that found you guys, and I'm like,
So wait,
appreciate y'all.
his girl found the pest control page?
yeah, I guess I'm assuming she follows the personal page, which obviously
Okay.
I collaborate now with my dad's
Okay,
page.
understood.
And gratefully, I mean, we've been doing this shit now for 4 years.
Yeah.
And from the podcast to the personal page to now like the business page, and that's what like I tell people, like, hey, you may be a great person, you may have a great product, a great food, great shirt, hat, training, whatever the case is, but people got to know you exist.
Yes.
People got to know what you offer, like what you do. If not, then how do I know what you offer? How do I know what kind of program you run? So, you know.
And even then, it's like you gotta show out your personality to them. Like, yeah, everybody probably has the same business. Like, I know there's other podcasters out there, but like,
what makes you different?
exactly, it's our personality, just us
Yeah.
being us. So that's what you gotta do with your social media, or at least just posting. You know.
So do you guys think it's just scary for people to go on social media because they're afraid of the judgment?
Yeah.
They're afraid
Of course, dude.
If it was
the
if it was
negativity?
easy, everyone would do it. If it was that easy just to post a silly little video and make a little silly video, wouldn't we all be content creators?
People criticize everybody.
Oh
That's the
my
thing. I think
God.
that's the scariest part. The criticizing and dealing with the criticism from other people.
Yeah.
I think that's what holds a lot of people back. Like it held me back for fucking forever, respectfully, right? And then now it's just like, you know what? Once you put yourself out there the first time, you literally have to just be ready for all the criticism that comes with it, because people are going to talk shit no matter what.
That's what I was going to say. Like literally people, if they're not going to talk about your content, they're going to talk about something else. They're going to find something to talk about. Yeah. So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
I saw this post, like a meme post. It said, if you can teleport, haters going to say that you can't afford a car. so it's like whatever the reason is, someone's always gonna hate. Might as well post and gain something from it, you know.
And at the end of the day, it's your life.
It's your life.
Like I feel like in our generation, in this time, because of social media, we let people that have no voice, no control over our life, control our life.
That
like they don't affect us. They don't pay us. They don't, buy the product. They don't do anything to change our life. But yet, because of their comment, because of the negativity that they may say or comment,
they still affect us.
It still affects us, and it holds a lot of people back.
Of course.
What is the superpower that that we're learning how to be is just being ourselves and knowing that no matter what we do in this world, we're always gonna get negativity, and it's totally okay. We're not for everybody. You're not for everybody. Your product, your service isn't for everybody, but it's for those people that are out there waiting for that, waiting to see it. So it's like, stop holding back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that's like we were saying before this, like, our generation is so used to being settling for the minimum and for what people are ready to give you. Instead of, hey, I'm going to go fight for my dream. I'm going to go fight for what I want. Instead of like, you know what, you're right. I'm not good enough. I won't make it. I won't succeed. This won't work. I won't be able to sell any clothes. I won't be able to sell my services until you get over that hump. And then you realize, like, yo, you are good at this shit. You are really good. What stopped you? And then it bites you in the ass a couple months later. And like, damn, imagine I would have started sooner, earlier.
If it was that easy. If it was that easy.
So do you guys think our generation just do you think our generation holds back from living out a dream because we're just scared of what other people may say?
I think so. Because, like, I mean, like I said, like, it really doesn't matter. Like, think of a brand or just any successful person out there. No matter what, they're always going to say something bad about them. Like, for example, like Jeff Bezos, oh, he has like $5 billion. Oh, why doesn't he give us $1 so he can solve world hunger or whatever, right? Like, it's something as silly as that. It's just, you shouldn't be thinking that way. Like, no matter what, whatever you do, good or bad, someone's just going to pray on your downfall, but that should not have been able to affect you, you know?
I don't know if it's a generational thing, because nowadays with social media, it's changed lives and businesses like completely. And I see creators who are 15, 16, 20 years old, and they're out here making it big. And, I don't think that they let people, what people have to say get to them, because if they did, we wouldn't be in this space that we are right now. And social media wouldn't be taking over the world like it is right now. I do think it's more of a personality thing. Like, there are people who really, really get bothered by what people have to say. And, I always try to say, you guys, it really does not matter. Like, como te dice, they're not going to pay your bills. They don't pay you. They literally have no effect. They don't do anything to your life. So,
and whether they hate you or not, you still got that view.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think it's more just like of a personality thing rather than generation. Because I think this generation is honestly like freaking beast. Like, they are doing things, breaking barriers, creating content. Like, everything kind of, I hate to say it, but everything kind of revolves around social media now. Like, if you're not on social media.
I'm going to disagree a little bit with that. You're saying not our generation, but I feel like maybe it's not our generation. I think, at least for me, I feel like it was maybe first generation.
What do you mean?
First generation American here in the United States. Like, my parents always said, hey, get a traditional 9 to 5, the traditional stuff, right? Say doctor, be a lawyer, be a teacher, do something realistic.
Yeah.
So I don't think it has to do with like the generation as a whole, maybe just first generation, because at least in my like experience, it was that. It was never like, hey, you can do anything you set your mind to. It was more of a, hey, be realistic. People like us don't do those things. People like us don't live those certain lifestyles. People like us who come from a little rancho in Michoacan don't amount to this, and this. Right? So I think it's more of, at least in my personal experience, it's more of a first generational type upbringing. Like, I guess in my
experience, like, because I was told the same thing too.
Yeah.
But at some point, I just didn't listen.
Exactly.
I was like, all right, peace out. I'm going to go do my own thing.
But that takes a special part of you to be able to do that, though.
No, it wasn't easy at all. Like, it took me a while, but it happened. Because at some point, I was like, you know what? The lawyer life, the doctor life, the nurse life, for those who don't know, like, I went to school for nursing because I thought I wanted to be a nurse. And at some point, I was like, this is not me. Yeah. Like, I am hitting a brick wall. And so that's when I completely changed everything. Later, like in my 20s. And I completely changed my major in college in my late 20s. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so old. Like, I can't do this. And it ended up working out better.
I mean, people, like, again, now, if you talk to anybody who's successful, that has kind of made it within their industry, years into the business, I mean, at the end of the day, they all come to the same thing. The best investment is yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, working a traditional 9 to 5, it is for a lot of people. You know, if you're a doctor, lawyer, if you want to be just the best manager at whatever it is, power to you. If that's what you truly want and you're good with that, that's
there are
great.
People that are good at that.
Yeah, and then there's people that are like us that we can't settle because that's just not us. It doesn't fulfill us. Mm-hmm. Like, deep down inside, it doesn't fulfill me to sit in a room 9 to 5 greeting people. Like, it doesn't, because I'm like, I know I'm destined for much greater, but how do I get to much greater? I gotta test the waters out.
And that means like trial and error.
A
lot of error.
Emphasis on the error. They're gonna mess up.
Your best teacher in life is your own actions. It is life. Like, there's no way in how we're gonna figure this out if we never tried it. Like, I can't sit here and be like, you know, if we do this, it's gonna work 100%, and then we do it and then it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I can't. So that's why it gets tiring. It doesn't. I mean, to each their own. But when someone tells you and gives you a recommendation, oh, you should do this. But all right, cool. I'm down to listen to you. But what have you done? You know, a great mentor of mine just literally told me, he's like, in order for you to listen to somebody, you make sure they have something in their resume that gives them that backup. Like, hey, I need you to do this, or this is gonna work because look at what I did. Instead of the people that, you know, I had a great idea, but I never put it to life because X, Y, and Z, because the bad card was dealt to me, life didn't help me, the luck wasn't on my side, and it's just like, damn, bro, we all have bad luck. Yeah. We all have a shitty life. We all have bad situations. We all have brothers, sisters, mom, dads, boyfriend, girlfriends that, you know, kind of prevent us at one point. But what's the it factor is us. They're not giving a fuck about us letting go because we need to do this. Yeah. Because, I mean, along the way, we're going to lose people.
Yep. It takes me back to what you were saying. Like, for me, do not take advice from somebody that you don't look up to or that you don't aspire to look up as, because people are always going to have something to say. But I'm not saying, like, don't ask for advice or don't take personal what people have to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But if be selective, because if you see somebody doing the thing and you aspire to be like them, ask for advice and maybe take, you know, some critique, but like very selectively.
It just, you need to look at who you're taking advice from and see how your life is going. Yeah. If your life is not in the position you want it to be or not moving in the way you want it to be, you have to really analyze the friends you're around, the people you allow in your life, where you're spending your time, how you're working on your own time, and see what are you doing to get better. Because I can't sit here and complain about life and then next week come back to the same shit. That's not how this works. So that's, like, to the other question is, like, it's a double-edged sword, but some people utilize and use mental health as a crutch of why I'm not succeeding. And it's like, hey, anxiety is very real. Depression is very real. Suicide thoughts are very real. But what are you doing to help yourself? Are you thriving in other areas? Are you still trying to work for better tomorrow and still pushing? Or are you using having a bad day to, today I'm not going to show up? Because it's a double-edged sword. Like, I get it. We have bad days. I have bad days. Like, bullshit aside, today, before anybody got here, I had no idea why the fuck I was crying. But I was crying. I'm like, dude, like, what is going on? But that doesn't prevent me from showing up.
You're here.
Because I need to. I know what I need to do, and I know what I need to do to provide. And if I don't do this, then I'm just literally losing twice. So for everybody that's going through that bad moment, that bad time in their life, it's like, hey, it's going to pass, but what are you doing to get out of it? What are you doing for yourself? Like, yes, be surrounded by amazing people, but what are you doing to carry your own weight? Because your friends and family can only help you so much. You know, they can help you every day, come, get you, hey, how are you doing, check in, but when you got to get out of bed, are you doing that? When you got to go to work, are you doing that? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you helping yourself? And
it's like what I kind of tell my athletes, like the ones who could take it, I guess. It's like, I can't want it more than you.
Yeah, it's
Like,
that self-discipline.
I can give you the game plan. I can tell you exactly what to do, but I can't want it more than you. You got to show up for yourself. Yeah. You got to like be there mentally and give it your all, you know?
I saw this quote like this week that it just stuck out to me, and it said, self-discipline is probably one of the highest forms of self-love. Because if you have self-discipline, you got it for you. And it really stuck out to me with my workouts and everything like that. I was like, that is so true. Yeah. Like, not everybody can say they're very self-disciplined. Would you guys consider yourself self-disciplined?
I think I've gotten disciplined lately. It's like I wasn't for forever. I really wasn't. I can't say that I was, but I feel like just life kind of just, in a sense, forces you to be disciplined, right? Or at least me, it was more like, damn, you need to get your shit together, and you need to do this, 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 and this.
It gives you a choice. Life gives you a choice.
So you do it or you don't.
And if you don't want it or you don't, you're going to be stuck. And you're going to get fucked.
And we've talked about it all the time. It's like you either want it or you don't want it.
Yeah.
There's a difference in saying you want it and actually wanting it and putting it in the work.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just say, hey, I want that, but they don't do shit about it.
Yeah. We talked about this earlier in the week, and it's like, this is why I stress it many, many times and over and over and over. It's like, you need to have conversations with the people you trust, the people you love, and the people that you know you can count on. You know, as much as you're that person that people can count on, find those people that you can also count on. And if you can't count on those people, cut them out, because you're wasting your own energy trying to provide and show up for other people. Yet when push comes to shove, you can't even count on them. You can't call them. And that's to our conversation. It was just, hey, like, I get it. Today's tough, and I know we battle anxiety. We battle self-love. You know, have we earned this? Do we deserve this? Man, should we even have what we have? Because we battle that just mental game of, do I deserve this? And we come from a position where at one point we didn't feel that. I didn't feel that. Until now, it's like, okay, well, there's a reason why I have this. There's a reason why, you know, God put us in positions to win, because we did our own work. And now that we have it, I'm in a steady pace where I'm not at the best, but I'm not at my lowest, but I'm just good enough to maintain and be like, okay, I'm good. Like, I'm happy, I'm content, everything is going good. But, you know, every now and then it goes a little low. Sometimes we're going a little high, and then from that high, it's just, boom, we still low.
The higher we go, the harder we fall, the lower we fall.
Yeah,
but we love a roller coaster.
Yeah. Like, we've prayed for this moment, and who are we to not do it? We prayed for this moment. We worked hard. We've spent countless days and hours to have this. Who are we to not embrace it and take full control of? You know, that's when someone says, "Man, you guys are lucky, bro. Man, you guys are lucky." you have that. Oh man, you got lucky. You're one of the few.
There was no luck behind this. No,
No,
it was
there's
all
no
work.
luck.
There was countless days, man. There was a lot of tears, a lot of stressful nights.
A little delusion too.
A little bit.
A little
But
bit.
I feel like you personally, you put in the work. I feel like I was one of those lucky people that you allowed in there.
Duzco did put a lot of work in.
Lucky. You put in the work for 2.5 years before we kind of came into the picture,
The
right?
heavy lifting.
So I feel like, yeah, you did most of the heavy lifting.
Heavy lifting, yeah.
And we were one of the lucky few that actually
Here we are.
rode the ride. We stuck it through. We keep sticking it through. The highs, the ups, the lows, the pinche twist, whatever it is, we've stuck around. But other people don't. Other people fall off.
Jose, and I'm sure can agree to this. Like, I feel like there's no such thing as luck. It's just work and preparation.
Taking advantage of the
opportunity.
opportunities. Yep.
Like, and anybody can get lucky with an opportunity, and like today we're gonna go to an event, and then someone's gonna be like, "Yo, I have this opportunity for you. Are you ready?"
Mm-hmm.
If we're not ready, we're gonna mess it up.
Take it.
We're gonna mess it up because we cannot withhold that. We cannot withstand that.
But are you ever really ready?
I was gonna say that's
Like,
why I
I think it's one of those things. It's where
You're never
you
ready.
either take the chance and you try and do it and fail and learn something from it, or you just say, I'm not ready, and you let the opportunity just pass because you thought you were not good enough.
You overthink things, and if you really overthink it, like you're never gonna be ready for anything.
So you feel like you guys never put in the work beforehand?
Oh no, definitely like do your part.
So then you're ready.
So you're ready.
So you're
so you
ready.
prepared for it.
I wasn't ready.
Not meant
You-
like
No one's ready. Like no one's ready for it
100%.
mentally. No one's ready for it mentally. But you've done work outside of it. So when the opportunity came, it was like, it's a fight or flight. I'm ready. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
yeah.
So it's just the worst. Like one thing, it prevents a lot of people from succeeding is showing up. A lot of people just won't show up, and that starts with leaving your house to go to the opportunity that's waiting for you. Whether it's getting better, whether it's working on your craft, whether it's in the gym, whether it's at work, whether it's with your family relationship. The problem is you don't want to show up. That's where we win because we go and we show up and we're like, yo, I don't know what comes from this shit, but fuck it, let's do this. Whether I lose or I win, I know I showed up and I did my best.
I think that's what kind of like what we were saying. Like you're on your way, you get in the car and you're going, but there's that little bit of like, am I gonna fuck this up?
I
Am
think
gonna
you always have doubt.
Yeah, it's a little bit of doubt, and that's
Yeah.
why like you're not always 100% ready because there is that tiny little bit of doubt, but then you kind of like, whatever. I'm gonna do it anyways, and then you just go through it with it.
So do you feel like you've deserved the opportunities that have came your way, or you've earned the opportunities that came your way?
I wouldn't say like I listen, hear me out.
That was good.
Hear me
Hold
out.
up.
Hear me out, okay? I wouldn't say like I'm deserving of everything that has happened to me because like there's a lot of scenarios where I'm like, dang, I'm really doing this. But I will say like my work has been consistent. I've been consistent through and through and through, and even when things went down, when things failed, I still kept doing it. And there was people on the sidelines who were like, oh my God, like, what the hell is she doing? You know, like, she just did this and she failed. But like, nonetheless, I stayed consistent. And that's where I'm kind of like, well, yeah, like I did put in the work. Like you guys just, haven't seen that entire picture. But does that kind of answer your question?
No, yeah.
He said no.
No, yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah,
But I
like,
mean, yeah.
What?
I feel like everybody in the chat, everybody's in the
W's
chat.
in the
They're
chat.
going in the chat.
Oh, everybody's in the
W's
chat
in
right
the
now.
chat.
He
Yeah.
never even went live.
W's in the chat.
Yup. And I feel like everybody here that is sticking with us on this beautiful hot Saturday,
Midday.
They inside.
midday,
I bet you guys are pre-gaming.
I bet you guys are having a great Saturday, and I want to be a part of that. It takes a lot to just show up and to feel deserving of an opportunity. If sometimes it is starting like, damn, bro, like, am I worthy of this? But then you got to remember, like, all those things you had to work through, go through, the highs, the lows, what you had to lose in order to have what you have. Like, you're deserving of it, and it's up to you to feel like you deserve it. Pepe can tell me, you guys can tell me all, like, dude, you deserve it. But if I don't feel that, then I'm not going to feel it. I'm going to be like,
facts.
They're just, you can't,
Yeah,
that's
facts.
the scariest, that's one of the scariest moments in life is when everybody's telling you how great you are, but you yourself cannot believe it because you believe you're just not worthy of the opportunity or
you don't
the
see
life
it.
that you have.
It's about perspective.
You don't see it. It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's all about
Yeah, I
perspective.
can tell you, bro, you're great.
Yeah.
And then you don't feel that way, then what it, I
You
can't
can tell me the
change
nicest things in the world, like, hey, Pepe, you've been putting in the work, you've been doing good, you've been doing this, and this. But if I don't see it, I don't believe it. Like, I mean, it's nice to hear it, but your words in my mind don't really mean shit because I myself don't believe it.
Yeah.
You gotta be
like-
your biggest fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, it's unfortunate. And before we take our break into another drinking episode of Pepe, real quick.
No
But,
more drinking episodes of Pepe.
You know, one of the scariest things is like, I wanted to bring up like men's mental health because, you know, obviously our suicide rates are super high. And they were like, someone asked, like, you know, girls go through tough time, but guys talk about it more, but yet they have a higher rate. And it's just, there's a baseball player that blessedly he acted upon it, but it didn't go through. Like, this is when God says it's not for you, God, it's not for you. But he had a gun in one hand, his phone on the other, shot himself. 20 hours later, woke up, was able to call 911. And one of the letters he left behind was for his family, you wouldn't have seen this coming because I did everything to not show what I was going through. It is not your fault. You could have never prevented this. And it's just, and after, now obviously he gets to talk about it, share the story, and I spent so much time pretending to be okay and masking and pretending I could be this superhero, but hey, I just needed help. And now I'm able to ask for help. So to tie it all in, it's like, hey, if you don't feel worthy, you deserve it. You've gone through hell and back to be in the position you are. And there's a reason why you're still breathing. There's a reason why you're still alive and have an opportunity. It's because God is not done with you. And once you realize that, your life will change because your perspective is going to change. It's all about perspective. Am I worthy enough of this? Yes, I am. I'm ready for this. And, you know, surround yourself with great people. Do great things. Don't try to find peace in the same place that you found hell in. And you'll be okay. But it starts with you. You change it, and change will come.
Damn.
That was deep.
So, have you guys ever pretended to be okay, even though you guys haven't really been okay?
All the time.
Yes.
A lot.
Recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every
Yes.
single day
Every
since I
single
lost
day.
my job.
Every
From
single
March
day.
to now.
My favorite
pretend to
quote
be
is
okay.
like, no pasa nada. Aunque sí pase.
Aunque esté pasando
no
todo,
pasa
güey.
nada.
Aunque se esté quemando el cerro.
Ey, si el barco se hunde, lo hacemos submarino. Nada más. We're gonna see this out. All I'm
That's
saying.
one of the best things I think I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
Si el
But it's
barco se
true.
hunde, lo hacemos submarino. We need that on the
sí.
shirt.
It's because like no pasa nada.
Oh,
Aunque
man.
sí pase, because
Pinche mundo se esté quemando.
That's a good perspective.
Man, I
though.
feel like lately I've been kind of in a funk. Like
Right?
the last few weeks, I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's just been really hard to concentrate and just do my thing. The last few weeks, I don't know if like Mercury is in Gatorade or whatever they call that stuff, you know. But like it's just I've been in a creative rut. I will say. What about you guys? Is it just me?
No, I've been in it since March. So that's what, like 6
I
months?
was born.
I mean,
The 99.
no, I think it's just
Since 99.
since I was born. Having to pretend you're fine is just hard.
Oh man.
Especially like hiding it from literally the people that know you the best, hiding it from your best friends and your family. That's the hardest part.
It's exhausting.
I just feel
It
like
is.
like,
That in itself is a full-time job. Like, hey, I'm good, even though deep down you're not good.
then why don't you tell them?
It's just like I
Because I don't want to be a burden. It's just something more for them to worry about.
It's not their part. You have to figure it out yourself. It's not like a machismo thing, but you gotta do it for yourself, for them, and for like just for yourself. Like you gotta figure it out. Once you really truly do need that help, then yeah, ask for professional help, but don't, don't like, oh, like this happened.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do for me?
I think we all have our own shit going on.
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, like why am I gonna go and call you all crying and everything and tell you, bro, like, I don't know what's going on, for you to tell me something that I just don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Bro, it's gonna be okay. I don't give a
tell me how it's gonna be okay, my boy.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Like, it's good to vent. Like, it's gonna
Yeah.
help you like get it out of your chest. But if you keep doing that every week, like, come on.
It's exhausting, not only for you, but for the person
And
that's hearing you too.
I was gonna say that like negative energy kind of transfers.
And they have so much of their
And
own
everybody's got
problems
their
and
own
issues
problems.
going on that it's like, how are you gonna add more to their plate when their plate is already full?
Yeah.
You know?
It's just, sometimes you feel like you're a burden to people when, even though you're surrounded by people that you love and love you right back, but sometimes you feel like, these are my demons that I'm talking to.
There's a limit.
Yeah, there's a limit.
Yeah.
And I know I should lean on the people that love me and I love too, because I know, like, they got me. But, hey, sometimes, like, it's just that internal battle that has me in a tide. And it's just, like, I know I'm going to make it out. It's just right now I'm in a bad rep.
Right.
But in order for me to get out, I need to keep on working. I'm going to cry it out right now and I'll be okay. But tomorrow I'm showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, I'm still showing up. And to me, it's like I got to show myself that grace of like, man, you've worked so fucking hard just to get here and be here. It's going to be okay. You've gone through this before, but you're not the same person that came out of that storm. So now handle it slightly different. What do you do now? What do I do now? I resort, I pray, I just sit with myself. And I know it's going to be okay. I don't know in how long, because I'm telling y'all, before you guys got here, I'm just crying. Like, I'm watching the Olympics and I'm crying.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's so beautiful.
You wanted to be in the Olympics, bro. Let's just say that. You wanted to be an Olympian.
Like, I caught myself just, like, crying and just sitting back and, like, I'm like, dude, like, why? Like, what's wrong? What's going on? Why am I feeling this way when I have... You can have everything in the world and yet still feel so empty. And that's how I came down to it. I have everything. I have my friends, I got my kids, I got my family, I got my loved ones. I have everything I ever imagined and wanted and prayed for, yet I don't feel fulfilled and I feel so empty.
Facts.
Why? How could this happen? And I'm just like, sit back.
Then I have a question for all of you guys.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Because I would consider you guys like very strong people, very, self-disciplined. Those moments are inevitable for everybody. But what is one thing that you guys do that help you get through that moment? Even if it's an hour, even if it's 5 minutes, is there something that you do that like, okay, let me just try to do this and it'll make me feel better. It'll make the time pass.
My 2-hour walk jog situations every single day, or like at least 5 times a week, because they allow me to escape anywhere from an hour and a half to like 2 hours.
Are you like disconnected from your phone?
That's it.
You're just walking?
Like I'll put on a random ass podcast. I'll put some like Apple pinche playlist, whatever it is that I'm feeling, and I'm just going. That's it. Like I'm not thinking about anything else. Like at that moment, it's just the walk. It's like, all right, cool. I'm at mile 2. All right, great. I'm at mile 3. Great. Another mile and a half, another 2 more miles, and I'm good. Mm-hmm. Then I get to escape for that hour and a half to 2 hours. Like I'm not focused on anything. And it's one of those things where it's like, all right, I get back to my family and it's like, back to normal.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like it's fair for them to deal with like my emotional bullshit. Like I know that when I'm going through a lot and like I'm not in the best mental space, like I take out my frustration on them and it's not fair. So that's why I like to go on my walks. It helps me, but it also in a sense helps them,
I feel it.
What about y'all?
That's good.
Duzco?
I think just kind of what I said. What helps me is I just remember like how far we came and what I had to go through. And I'm not that person, like, yeah, I'm not the best. I'm not perfect. I think the only perfect person in this world is obviously God. But, I've made mistakes and I fixed them and I've tried to be better. And it's just a bad moment. Like, yeah, like, bro, like, we just came so far. We've done so much. This is something I've I've prayed upon and wished upon and imagined at one point, like, yeah, man, one day we're going to be there. We're going to have it. We're going to do it.
So you see the bright side.
I see the bright side. And then, you know, days like today where it's not as bright or everything outside is bright, but my mind is just clouded and my thoughts are just clouded. It's just that point of like, hey, like, it's okay. Today's going to be a little tough. It's going to be a little fight, but it's going to make me stronger and it's going to be okay. We got to get through it. Time is not stopping. The days are not going to stop. We need to keep pushing forward. And if you don't push forward, you're going to end up failing and you're going to quit. And then what? You're going to find a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that's not who we are. And I know many people unfortunately lose that battle, but it's like, hey, it's just going to be okay. You just got to get through it. Like, this is just, it's like driving in bad weather. You're driving through it right now, but hey, it's going to finish. It's going to end. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you get through it, you're going to look back and be like, damn,
wasn't that bad.
I did it.
And I think we need that adversity, like, save that driving scenario, right? Now you're not going to be afraid to drive in any other condition, or, you know, but like, you'll get over that bad day and then you'll come out stronger for it. Yeah. So sometimes we just need that adversity just to build character within ourselves.
Yeah, and it creates a great story.
Yeah, you know? It does.
In order for us to help somebody, in order for us to help our young ones, our younger siblings, our kids, our younger cousins, whatever, our younger friends, whatever it may be, or older friends, I'm gonna tell you what I went through.
So now,
how I got through it. Now it's up to you to figure out a way. And like I'm the living testimony of, hey, it's just gonna be okay.
So what's clouding your mind right now?
Man, God, I wish I knew, man.
Sometimes you just
don't know. Sometimes you don't know.
I think the conversation I was just having was the feeling worthy. I think that's the one battle. 9 times out of 10 is what I battle is like, man, do I deserve what I have? Am I a good enough person? Because we work day in, day out, week after week, month after month, hour after hour, and we're just like going through it. And then we get to that finish line, and the one thing I've searched for and wanted that was just the simplest shit in the world was, hey, man, thank you. I'm proud of you. And I never got that shit. And that's what I battle. It's like, I get to that finish line, and I'm like, all right, here we go. We did it. And then at the end of it, it's like, you don't get that shit back. And it's like, damn. And all you get back is, well, you should do this. You should, oh, wait, we need this or that. Or you could have done this instead. It's like, man, I just went through the storm to get to this shit. And here I am, like, the simplest shit. Like, I just needed the, I'm proud of you and thank you. And the only person that told me I'm proud of you and thank you was myself. And for me, it feels good, but it doesn't weigh as heavy as when I get it from the people I really searched it for. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, one day, you know? And I think that's the one thing that I've been battling. And I know we all battle it as men, as women. We all battle that self-worth. Yeah. It's just like, tell yourself, show yourself that little piece of grace because you're doing good, you're doing great. And if no one's telling you, hey, I'm proud of you. If no one has told you, hey, I'm so proud of how far you came. Thank you for everything you've done. You know, people need you in this world. You may not feel this sometimes. You may not remember sometimes because it gets a little clouded, but hey, we need you. I need you. So it's just like, there was a quote this week, and I love when we all react to it. I know my guys here. We may just agree to this real quick.
Say it.
It said, my problem. I overthink. I overlove. I overcare. I overtrust. And in return, I get overhurt.
And just like that,
POV of a man.
Toast.
Oh, I got all the pulp. Oh my God.
He didn't have a strainer, a colander. We need to invest in that.
I think that's...
Yeah. I agree. You said.
I concur.
You concur, Pepe?
Wow, that's a huge word.
You concur?
That's
Concur.
A huge word. That's a huge word.
You see what it's
Why, Pepe?
I'm about to overlove.
You have something to say.
No, I don't.
Get that.
Get
I
it
agree.
off
Off your
I
chest,
concur.
Say it with your chest.
No. Oh, I'm good. Next.
They don't want to talk about it, but okay. The silence was loud.
The silence said more than the words did.
I understand. Gracias a Dios, we all have our moms. Gracias a Dios. You know? That's one thing I thank God for is I got my mom. I love her to death. And it's funny because they tell you the right thing at the right time, even if you never expect it. She had sent me this earlier this week, and it just helps. There are people in this world who make things better. Wherever they go, thank you for being one of them.
You're welcome, fool.
Has your mom always sent you stuff like that?
You're welcome.
Like, she always had that relationship?
She started not like, I want to say like last year, but it's because I opened up to her about everything. Like, I opened that door because like I wasn't ready because again, like our mom tells us, our parents tell us, and we're like,
I know.
No hace caso.
I know.
And then opened up, started talking about it a little bit more, like the mental struggles and stuff like that. And that's where now she'll see something and boom, she just sends it. I'm like, ¿pa qué me haces llorar?
You're like, do you feel like it's a little like uncomfortable at the beginning because it's like, oh, you've never had that kind of relationship with your mom? Que now at this age, you're like trying to get into it. All of a sudden, like,
how'd you do it and why'd you do it? Was there like a specific situation or like a specific moment?
But it's not a bad thing.
that
Like
you
her
were going through it?
sending you a nice quote.
Oh no, it's nice.
I think
it's probably what should have been done.
But I think a lot of us don't.
But
Me personally, I don't tell my mom 99% of my issues because I don't want to worry her.
is your mom your best friend?
I can yeah, it's her and then obviously my sister. Mm-hmm. But I feel like my mom, it's like she's always gonna be my number one person. Yeah. But I don't tell her any of my problems.
Can we agree that our moms are the most non-judgmental person?
yeah,
That no matter how bad we do, no matter how bad we mess it up, they're still gonna love us to death.
they're gonna still.
Oh, no matter what, they always see the best in their children.
Yeah.
Even
no
though
matter
she
what.
probably shouldn't sometimes. If I make like bad decisions.
Some of my decisions are
She's
questionable.
the ride or die.
I remember. I knew when she was a ride or die when she told me. I think one time I wasn't getting bullied, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna, if I have to self-defend myself, like I'm gonna go ham. It's like, hey, we'll bury the body if we need to. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I was like in middle school. I was like, mom. Yeah.
I
So
know,
it's like,
facts.
that's the ride or die right there.
That's it.
I honestly feel like the reason why I opened up to my mom is because I needed that comfort. You know, again, I have my friends and I trust them with my life, and you guys know that. But I was tired of going to facing my mom and pretending to be this person. Like, hey, mom, like, la verdad, no sé qué me pasa. I feel like I'm not okay, but like, I'm just letting you know, but like, I'm gonna be okay. I just want to let you know, like, I'm not cool right now. And I promise you, like, just the hug that she gives me, me salva. Like, that's the one thing I just needed that throughout that day. Like, que me salve. And I'm like, all right, cool. All right, mom. She's like, hey, cuídate. All right. Hey, get home safe. Okay. And then I get home and random text. Hey, mijo, just remember I love you. Cool.
It's the littlest things that make it better.
It's the littlest things. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if your mom, your dad, some people have great relationships with their dad, and I gave my dad a big hug yesterday, and it's like, if they're your people and they love you, they're never going to judge you. And if you're just not okay, hey, communicate. Just like,
I suck at communicating.
like, hey, like, you know how you said, like, oh, sometimes I just take it out on them, and it's just like, they got to know where you're coming from. But if I know that you're not okay, like, I'm going to respect, you know, your time. You don't want to talk? Cool, let's not talk. And let me, you don't want to talk? Cool, let's not talk, but I'm going to sit right there with you.
It's like breaking generational traumas and curses. Because, like, not to get too personal, but, like, Are you changing things with your kids so that way they
Yeah.
feel comfortable coming to you if they need to, like at a young age?
Yeah, I want to speed up that process of learning for them so they don't got to go through what we're going through, what I go through, you know, which is hold everything in. Don't talk about it. You can't confide in me. You're scared about something. You can't talk to me. It's like, hey, like, no. Something's wrong. Tell me. You're not feeling okay. Tell me. Like, you know, I love sports because sports is what teaches you wins and losses. And knowing when you lose and when you win and knowing how to handle it, well, I got to teach my little one that now. It's like, hey, like even if they just got blown out 10-0 by a team, and obviously my son's just having fun, and I'm just like, hey, you did a great job. I'm so proud of you. Good job. And
we gotta practice when we get back home, though.
Are you gonna be running?
You good?
You good now?
It's like you good, but you could do better.
Yeah.
There's always room for improvement.
I seen parents like be so into it. Cool, get it. I understand. But when you come from a life full of sports and you get to play it at a you know, a good high level, you know, one thing at the end of the day is like have fun. Especially when you don't even know what's going on in the world. Have fun. Like I'm not gonna be that parent in the middle like, do this, like calmado. And they're learning. And it's like all my kid is worried about is the snacks after the game.
You're like,
They want their snack bag. Their snack bag, yeah.
Play in the playground, and the one thing is like, hey, just know you did a great job. I'm proud of you. Mm-hmm. And if he does something something good, hey, I'm proud of you. Good job. And yesterday we were playing Minecraft, and I won a certain level for him. He was like, "Ooh, Daddy did good. Good job. I'm proud of you." And I'm like,
That's praising you.
he said that to you?
I'm like, damn.
He said.
So, but it's just feeling proud of yourself. And I think that's, you know, as men, again, we talk about it, you know, within ourselves or we battle within ourselves. But for women, how do you go through that battle of feeling worthy, feeling the ability to be loved? How do you go through that?
Feeling worthy and feeling the ability to be loved. I mean, you just kind of, you have to like talk yourself through it. You have to carry yourself through it. Like, as a woman, women try to, how can I say? Like, oh, I can do this. I'm a boss bitch. I got this. I got that. I'm not going to show off my bad days. I'm taking on the world or whatever. But, like, I honestly just talk myself through it. Like, I just talk myself through it, and you're going to do it, and you're going to do it, and even kind of, like, create, like, a scenario in my head and then just go off. But I would say sometimes I do have a hard time talking about it. I'm not always as open as I should be, and I'm working on it.
Is there a reason why you're not as open, or like why you don't show people that side?
Just because, like Pepe said, I don't want to be a burden on anybody. Everybody has their own problems as it is. I need to work through this. I'm a big girl. I can do it on my own. Like, there's just certain things that I don't need to share with everybody. And if I see somebody having a great day, if I'm talking to one of my friends and they're on a high, something great happened to them, I'm not about to come up and be like, oh, by the way, like, let me tell you about my terrible day. Like, no, I want you to.
Week.
Yeah, like, I'm not about to do that. Like, have your moment. I'll say, like, a little bit here and there, but, like, I love you too much to, like, ruin your moment right now or what you're feeling right now. I'm not going to trauma dump you. Yeah, like, no. Like, I'll figure it out. Yeah. I got it.
I think we had said it before. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I think we had said it. We had said it before, where it's like, you know, just hanging out with my boys. It's what to me is great. Mm-hmm. We're gonna we know if we text each other, hey, you guys want to go grab a drink, go eat something. As much as we're not hungry or want to drink, we just know like
the vibes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you said it before, but like we'll be like, hey, let's grab a beer. Like, I have beers at my house. I don't have to pay $10 for a beer.
It's like, I don't need to drive 30 minutes out. Yeah. Especially when they say punch bowl, I'm like, nah, bitch, I'm not driving an hour
Let's go to your house? It's like, I got food at home, I got beer at home. I got
Rancho Cucamonga, Victoria Gardens.
Nah, I'll suggest a Covina campsite. And if they're really going through it and they really want to talk, they'll say yeah.
Yeah.
If it's just one of those nights where they want to get trash.
But it's not about the beer or about the drinking either. It's just
it's
about
company.
Yeah, just
if they wanted to, they would.
Exactly. And sometimes I don't want to come all the way over here. It's an
but
hour.
when somebody really wants to,
It's an hour.
they will.
I'm gonna tie it back into. There's a video I think by Kai, the streamer, and he says like when you find great
using the chat. That's where I got it.
When you find great people and you find those people that you're ride or die with, it's so hard to find those people that support you, love you with no restrictions. So you got to protect them at all costs. I love you. I will never judge you. If you're not okay, I'll sit there with you through the mud. But we're going to get through the fucking storm together. And it's like, I don't need you for your money. I don't need you for what you have or what you drive. It's just you as a person. You showed up for me the way I needed, and I'm going to do the same for you. Mm-hmm. And if you find that and you have those people, you got to protect them. Because to replicate that throughout your life, man, it's too hard. I don't want to keep doing that because it's like, why? How? Like, I trust you with my whole life, and if you were to fuck me over, I don't know how to handle that no more. Yeah. So it's like, if I got my boys and if I got my friends and I got those people, whatever they need at any hour of the day, vámonos. Mm-hmm. I'm there for you. And there's some people that will, there's some people that won't. And that, again, that's just going to determine what that person means to you. If they're only the weekend people, which everybody has, it's cool, they're fun time. Or there are those people that come Monday, they're still there for you. Come Tuesday, Wednesday, they're there for you. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, again, hey, bro, you guys want to go get a drink? I'm down. Cool, because I needed you guys. I didn't know it.
Me personally, as soon as I see that, what you doing? I'm like, fuck. I need to hang out.
WYD.
WYD. We don't type it out.
I saw it. What was it? Yesterday?
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's go.
What am I doing?
I wasn't doing much. I wasn't doing much. Let's go with that. I said yes. Let's go.
Do you want to go? Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, I know you can go alone, but what are you doing? The WYD means you don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That WYD.
That WYD like, goes, oh, what? You need me right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ziggy said, are y'all trying to go get a drink?
Hey.
I mean,
hey, on you, Ziggy.
Hey.
Let's go.
Yeah. Again, it's just.
Did this all spin off a question?
I don't even know how we got here.
We went on a tangent.
We were going to do a Q&A
with
the questions.
But I think that's just going to be for episode 2.
Did we answer his question? Andrew, was it?
No one asked his questions.
No, Anthony.
No,
we didn't even answer.
We didn't. This is why.
And then I got cut off.
Authentic conversations.
Authentic conversations.
All right, so because we talked about this and we just went off on it for the last 20 minutes, do you feel it's harder for girls to find a good group of friends that just are ride or dies?
Yes. I don't know if it's necessarily harder for women than for males. I mean, women can be a little more catty and,
POV of a girl.
POV of a girl. But I will say, just from personal experience, I know a lot of people, pero amigas las tengo contadas. Like, I could count them on my hand. So it's just, and that's just the way it's been. Like, I meet a lot of people, acquaintances, tengo a morir, gente conocida. But my friends who actually, middle of the week, WYD, what are you doing? Those, very, very selected few. And I've met a lot of people, since I moved to LA, I've met a bunch of people. But those close friends and stay the same people. So, like, I'm just like, wow, these last 2 years I've been in LA, I've met so many people, but yet I still have very, very selected few people that I can count on. So, yeah, I think it is hard because I'm not just going to go and, I'm not a very, I'll be nice to you. Una cosa es que sea buena gente contigo. Otra cosa es que, sea confiada y que seas mi amiga, I mean, just because I'm nice to you doesn't necessarily mean that we're, buddy.
There's certain people that you would stop whatever it is you're doing.
So I think it's very hard.
Go with.
Yeah, I think it is hard. But it's not to say that, just because you're not, my best friend doesn't mean that I'm not going to, talk to you or be nice to you and stuff like that. But I'm not going to spill my whole tea to you.
Here's this follow-up question. Like I saw on like I think Twitter or X now I guess. So guys have us playing online, like on PS4s or even just going to the bar and getting a beer. What do you guys have? Like we bond with just, hey, you up? All right, let's go play Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever.
I
like,
think,
what do you guys have?
Like, what are girl
that's
hobbies, girl
equivalent to that.
activities?
Like
what would me?
Yeah,
You're
what's that
bonding.
environment that you guys can all gather around and be that support system for
You know, I think for me, it's like dinner and drinks with the girls. Like, let's get ready.
So
put your
expensive.
best. It is what it is. Like, I mean, and I can be home. I can
It
be
literally
home.
sounds like
But just
Duzco.
like a little. But there's nothing like being with your girls, dressing up, you know, to the nines, going to a nice restaurant, just having a nice little drink and just vibing and just chismeando the whole time. Like that for me is just like, oh, chef's kiss.
We'll stick to
It
Fortnite.
really, you know, I mean, maybe some girls game, but personally, as a girly pop, like that is my forte.
Guys and girls, please comment down. What do you guys do?
What do you
with
guys
your
do?
people?
Yeah. But it's
Everybody
also
in the
like
chat,
a
make
girls'
sure you
night.
comment down. Before we ended the last half, one of you guys was going to say something.
I think you were.
You were going to say
you were.
something.
Oh, I have like
guys-
undiagnosed
You're
ADHD.
such a girl.
I'm
You're
such a
to
girl.
forget about what you were going to say.
I can't help it.
Is
I
it
have
you forgot or you just don't want to talk about it?
Guys night. What do guys
Oh
do?
yeah, guys night.
guys' night.
What
Oh
do
yeah.
guys do?
Oh, because we were talking about girls' night. So, what is a guys' night?
We go to strip clubs, eat steaks.
Cannot stand these.
Those
boys.
steaks be good. They're extra tender sometimes, huh?
Hey, you know what?
Question.
To each their own. But a guy's night,
What's a guys' night? Honestly,
super
like,
chill,
full
honestly.
transparency.
I
I
just
want
had
to
a
know
guys night.
when they say,
Wow,
"Oh,
that's
I'm out with the boys."
crazy. He had a guys now without us?
what?
Listen,
We weren't there.
I think this is.
I was.
You're
even
gonna
there.
see ATTL break up right now because this is insane.
That's
Jose,
crazy.
You just put yourself.
No.
who too? You know who?
I don't even feel bad anymore then.
Guess. The only other person I hang out with that I barely see.
Okay.
All I care about is that it wasn't us.
Hold on, dog.
Hey, that's why I'm here all Saturday. I'm here all day today.
Betrayal.
Hey, we've done everything
Betrayal.
just to have this. Are you serious?
Hey, where'd you guys go to eat
Out of all the people.
this week?
Out of all
Where'd you
the
guys go to eat?
people.
Just you two. Huh?
That us two.
Yeah, you
Of all the
two.
people.
Boy, you guys.
Jose, we wanted to fucking eat lunch, my boy, not dinner. If we were to tell you,
Calories. We wanted the calories.
we check your location. You're in Ontario. I'm like,
so-
if we tell Jose, meet us in LA in an hour, Jose's gonna show up 4 hours later. 4 hours later when we're done.
Look,
They closed.
I do want to shout out Eric. Esos cuatro
Mariscos
vientos.
Cuatro Vientos.
Man, salute. Tacos are so good that we got 3. Jose got 6.
I broke my
He got
diet.
6.
I'll be honest, I'm gonna go for the
tacos,
red-
the deep fried tacos, the shrimp tacos. Ooh.
Best mariscos.
That's the only thing I
Best.
got.
The red aguachiles.
Oh,
Fire.
so good.
If you haven't
It's
tried them,
spicy.
try them.
Sudando, hijo de su
You're
madre.
gonna need an horchata. I'm just saying.
You're gonna need a shot after that one.
Or
Honestly,
Coca-Cola or something.
something like that.
Say.
Coca.
Damn, we just Yap Central. We're going
Hit
on
up,
tangents with everything.
All right.
Like
so,
Coca-Cola?
so we can just wrap episode 169 up because it's this is apple juice. Everybody, this is apple juice.
My lemonade right now.
All right, so we can wrap episode 169 up because I think it's been great.
Damn, it's 169.
It's 169.
That was a good episode.
It's been
Freaky
a
ass
great
episode.
jersey.
Freaky.
Wait till you get to episode 170.
Those questions are about to be
That's gonna
good.
be a good one.
I've always loved quotes. They do really good, but there has to be a quote that a parent or a family member has told you that you now understand.
Ooh, that's good.
It's not that deep, I guess. Like, so like in context, both my parents are alive, thankfully, but they've been traveling more often.
Ooh,
So I've been home more often.
okay. Okay. Oh. Is this
Okay.
169?
Jose.
So I haven't been talking to them as much, either texting or on the phone, right? And my mom would always say, I was never a bad kid either. I don't know why she would always tell me, but because I would never show emotion, I guess. But she'll be like, no quiero que llores cuando esté muerta. No quiero que me digas I love you cuando esté muerta. No quiero que me extrañes cuando esté muerta porque ya no voy a estar acá y no voy a estar a decir. So now that I can't see them or talk to them or text them as much as I can, I miss them, you know? Yeah. So it's like that quote of like, hey, I want to be more present with them. I want to say I love you more, hug them more, you know? Even though they're still alive, I'm going to see them maybe like in a day or two, but still, it's like even if I don't see them or just talk to them with one day, like, oh, damn, I kind of miss them, you know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now that I'm older, like, I understand that saying.
Damn, that was
1000%.
No me digas que me extrañas o me amas cuando ya no estoy
Cuando
aquí.
ya no estemos.
And you guys heard me talk Spanish too, huh?
That little
That's great.
Spanish.
I know. I was like, damn, he spoke Spanish.
JackJack, who told you this quote?
Well, see, my quote's like really different. It's not that deep, and it's like really, really off the
Title
off the
episode,
chart.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep. But you know what? It's funny because like if anybody knows,
Ya
like,
no puedo.
Hold on, JackJack. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Ya no puedo.
That's all that way.
That's as far as it goes.
There's a moment.
Cool, we're good. Sorry, it's not that deep.
Mine is like on a different note. Are you guys okay?
We're being immature.
Super immature.
So,
What's new?
shots fired.
¿Verdad? Piu, 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 piu. Pero con cariño, con cariño.
Okay, claro.
Right,
No se crean.
Go ahead.
Oh man, the quote, it's not related to like really anything he said, but it makes a lot of sense now. My dad would always say, preguntando se llega hasta China. And so basically what he would mean is like, if you don't know something, ask. Like you're not expected to know everything. Preguntando se llega hasta China. And it's just like, just ask. Just ask. Don't think about it. There's no such thing as a stupid question because if you don't know, you don't know. And that's immediately what came to my head when you said that. But okay. It's so simple, but it's so true because just ask.
Bebe?
I think my mom, she's always told me every time that like life goes well or I level up in one way, shape, or another, she'll always say, nunca se te olvide de dónde vienes, Jose. And she'll always tell me, nunca se te olvide de dónde vienes. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's true. Like, we've had conversations, and she's like, it's good that you're doing better, and it's good that you're here, but never forget where you come from, because you never know. You may end up there another time. So it's one of those things where it's like, at the beginning, I'm like, all right, like, that's cool. Like, I'm not going to forget, like, my roots, but she's like, no. Like, don't forget your roots, obviously, but don't remember where you started. And nunca se te olvide de dónde vienes. What about you?
Just take it away.
No, what about you, Vali?
Nah, honestly, kind of tying it in with like Jose about like crying and stuff. My mom one time, she told me, no llores lágrimas de cocodrilo.
She said that too.
Oh, she knows you, fool.
Yeah, she's like, no llores lágrimas de cocodrilo. And obviously I'm like, bro, my mom comes up with these quotes out of nowhere.
Dude, the parents have quotes for days.
And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, okay, like, what does that mean? She's like, well, have you ever seen a crocodile cry? And I'm like, no. Exactly. And I'm like,
we should do
like,
this.
Yeah.
No entiendo.
It's like that. And then it was just, I mean, obviously, I think a very infamous quote, all of our Hispanic parents, dime con quién estás y de quién eres. No pierdas los pies. Like everything's going, how you said, everything's going great. Nomás no andes con mala gente y estás esperando buenos resultados.
Yeah.
I'm like, but mom, it's for the plot, man.
It's for the plot.
It's good. Look, it would be a really good story if I get away with it.
Yeah, so
That's
I think
true.
Late now, a little bit later, understanding, but I think, man, our parents are just so sacred. So if you have them alive, hug them, kiss them, tell them how much they mean to you, tell them how much you're thankful for them, because madre y padre solo hay una en esta vida y cuando ya no están, se te va el mundo.
You only get one.
You only get one. Is there a quote that you kind of want to end on? Like something that may kind of like just be sitting with you, kind of want to get off your chest. Anybody?
Do you want to tell the people something?
No, I don't. Not today, honestly.
Que chinguen a todos su
Eso te quiero decir a ti, güey, no a nuestra audiencia, güey.
No, we had a lot of good
Nuestra
deep
audiencia
topics
never
throughout
did.
this entire episode. That it was good.
It was good. I think
Really
it was a good one.
Yeah.
What about y'all? Do y'all have like anything y'all want to leave with?
I'm happy with.
Lock in. I don't know.
Lock in. I think the last one is gonna hit a little deep, and I know it's gonna just hit the soul. But uno nunca sabe cuándo se va a ir en este mundo. Nunca. You never know. Today we might be good. Tomorrow, who knows what life has in store for us, and just part of it. You know, la vida es corta, so solo hay una, la tienes que vivir. Pero para la gente, quien más quiero. Nomás quiero que sepan, y si me muero, quiero que sepan que los amo y los quiero y los adoro.
¿Quieres hablar?
No.
Acuérdense. Y acuérdense que uno compone y Dios dispone. And just like that, that's another episode in the books.
This one was a loved one, so...
A
y si
love?
me muero, quiero que sepas que siempre fuiste el amor de mi vida.
Qué cursi, güey.
ya,
No mames.
qué
Ya vámonos. Bueno.
With that,
Ya vámonos.
dude, we're all 4 single people
Ya
in
vámonos.
here, and you're gonna come up with that?
Qué pinche
Get
cursi,
outta
güey.
here, dude.
Next,
No.
and that is episode 169.
Make sure y'all
That was
subscribe.
good.
Make sure y'all tune in, comment.
And
Salud a la
Salud
vida.
a la
Toast
vida.
to life. Hey, the boys and JackJack, once again, we just
The
did.
Boyzz and JackJack.
Y'all already know. Let's go, baby.
Cheers.